Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Eleanor Neefachter and I'm going to be doing a review of Moving Pictures by Terry Pratchett. This is another one of Terry Pratchett's standalone novels within the larger Discworld. So if you're looking for another place to start in this world and you've never read before from Terry Pratchett, this might be a good place to start if this sounds appealing to you. Now, Moving Pictures, as it might sound, is about movie and cinema and fame and Hollywood and things like that. You kind of open up, the alchemists have discovered a way to kind of create moving pictures, which is what they call like cinema and cinematography. The alchemists have managed to invent this way to do it, and they kind of go to a place called Hollywood that's up on a hill a little bit away from Ankh-Morpork, which is the kind of main hub in the Discworld universe, and it starts drawing people to it, and they're drawn there because they want to become stars, they want to become famous and be a part of this bigger picture in Hollywood. And we end up following like a student wizard and a young woman who become stars in Hollywood and like become famous and celebrities and things like that. And then things continue on from there. As I'm sure you can gather with the way Terry Pratchett writes his kind of crazy fantasy books, there's always like a larger plot going on. There's an issue with this kind of Hollywood. People are being drawn here and it's warping and changing people, so there's a problem to be solved, and they do go on later on to solve this bigger problem. And the alchemists kind of, I don't know if they end up regretting kind of what they've done, but it's a bigger problem. You have some of the wizards from the Unseen University make an appearance, and they kind of have a kind of background kind of role in this story, because one of the main characters is a student wizard, which is great fun. In this book you meet Maestrum Ridiculi, who is the Arch-Chancellor of the Unseen University, and this is a book where you kind of meet him for the first time and you learn a bit about his background, and that's quite fun to see in this story, because in later books he's this big wizard, the Arch-Chancellor of the Unseen University, and he has a huge role to play, and seeing how his origins and how he came to be the Arch-Chancellor of the University is quite a fun part of the story to navigate. There's also a couple of dogs in this book that I won't spoil. They're really fun characters, and it's really interesting how they kind of weave into the story. I will say, as much as I loved the message of the story, because it really talked about how Hollywood and movie and film and cinema and our today's world corrupts people and makes people feel like they need to change themselves to kind of appeal to society. There's all these brilliant conversations within the story, but this wasn't like my kind of favourite Terry Pratchett book, because it was about fame and cinema and things like that, and that's just not a topic I really have a lot of interest in. So although there was a lot of great discussions going on, and I thought it was really valuable to see it in this context, overall it just didn't hold my interest and my appeal too much, but I still think it was a very solid read. Some of the conversations that they have is trolls who are made out of stone and rock, like they're like chiseling their face and wearing makeup because they feel like that's how they need to get better roles in these films and these moving pictures, and obviously that's just not true. All these things have warped people's minds, and it was just a really fun journey to see how this affected all the characters and how much they all changed because they were just trying to appeal to moving pictures and the cinema and things like that. And I just thought it was a really great wider conversation to be had. But for me personally, it wasn't the best, just because I'm not interested in the subject matter. But if you think this is for you, I think this is definitely a brilliant place to start in Discworld, because it is a standalone book, and I think it really gives you a good feel for what this world's like, and introduces you to some characters that you might find later on in the world, and I just think it's great. I'm really enjoying this Discworld journey I'm on this year. So this is my third Discworld book for 2021, and I'm aiming to read 12 by the end of the year. So follow me on the journey, and I'm just going to keep doing these individual reviews because I'd love more people to get interested in Terry Pratchett, because it is such an overwhelming series, because there's like 40 something, 42, 43 books. I always forget every time I film one of these, I always forget how many books there are. So it's a really intimidating series to pick up. So I'm just going to help you on this journey and seeing where the right place for you to start is. So thank you for watching this review. This was a very whirlwind review. And I feel like I have talked far too quickly, so feel free to slow the speed down on this video if you need to. I'm very sorry about that. I need to kind of temper my talking sometimes. It's the Glaswegian in me. We talk quickly, or the Scottish in me, that we talk quickly. So yeah, thank you for watching. Be sure to subscribe if you aren't already, and stick around and watch some of my other videos, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.